Hail Muva Chungam Hail. Hail Muva Chungam Hail. Hail Muva Chungam Hail. Sweet people of Malawi, this is a Muva Chungam again. We received a lot of cries, a lot of lamentations, a lot of excuses, or let me say a lot of questions. Why is Muva Chungam not coming every day? I'm sure most of you did not understand. We said due to volume, due to coverage, due to a number of people that wants to listen to Muvi Chilungamo every day, the number had grown, and most of our people that want to listen to Muvi Chilungamo are in the rural areas, who most of them don't have these gadgets and devices of cell phones. Therefore, their children, their relatives, their family members are in towns and in urban centers. So it takes a day for them to reach home and disseminate Muvi Chilungamo truth. Because of that, that's why we changed that. We are going to be skipping a day, and then the other day we come. So we skipped yesterday, today we are here. We'll skip again tomorrow, we are coming the day after. And then on Saturday or Sunday, we have a big lecture. And this lecture, I urge you Malawians to be with us, because it is the only class or the only college or only room or conference center that will shape our future, because there is need for our leaders that gave out their nomination papers today and tomorrow. They need to know more about this concept of governance in this 21st century. Now, you are welcome. Let me greet you. Good evening. This is the best day for Malawi because our leaders were presenting their papers today. So it's a nice story. We saw the pictures, very, very brilliant and very, very decorative, and we like that. We just hope for the same tomorrow again when we see other parties coming to present their nomination papers. Before we start with Muvis today, we want to put few points. I've put them in two spaces. First point is the disappointment that we as Muvi Chilungamo have, and I'm sure it's all the country. The country is worried of the environment and attitude of violence that is within ourselves as Malawians. Yesterday, a property belonging to UTM was touched, and unfortunately there were people inside, 3 or 4 of them, that were banged in a very awkward and pathetic nature. We deplore this type of life, and Muvi Chilungamo has come today to beg on you, to appeal on you, particularly those of you that call yourself part of the generation that wants to change the way we do things in Malawi. So it's only two. There's utopian philosophy and the Muvis. So we know all of you belongs to the utopian philosophy, all of you belongs to the Muvi generation. Therefore, you may not be part and parcel of doing these things that we ran away from 31 years ago. Things that we ran away from the dark time of one-party state. We don't need to bring those type of politics back. This time, it's politics that we can argue, we can differ on policies, but we can shake hands, we can drink water together, we can share a glass of water. We ask you, those of you that are being sent to go and touch, kill, violate other people's rights, to stop. This is the time for utopian philosophy, doing the right thing at the right place all the time. This is the time of Muvis, speaking what is truth and not being afraid of anybody, regardless of status, whether it's money involved or not, power involved or not. We are the Muvis. We are the truth of this generation. So that is something that we wanted to deplore. We heard that, like, the mother of the victims passed out last night. We are not sure because we have not verified. But if it's true, this should be the last death, from the one of Mulanje, where MCB lost their monitor, and this one of Lilongwe, Area 22, where UTM lost one of their security guards in their offices. Let this stop now. We don't need any more death. At the end of the day, we are Malawians. And I want to say something here. If DPP and their alliance wins, we are still going to remain in this country. If UTM and MCP and their other partners win the elections, all of us will still be in this very same country. We don't need to create animosity. So whoever is being sent by political leaders, by crooks, let us not agree, let us not accept. Tell them that after elections, we will remain in Malawi. Whoever wins will remain in Malawi. So we don't need to divide our people. We don't need to kill one another. We don't need to cause chaos or death. Because after elections, on the 2nd or on the 3rd of July, we want all of us to come back together, shake hands, congratulate each other. As the winner, we'll have to take the day. All of us will have to support that particular winner. This is what we need to do. So that was point number 1 of the preamble. Point number 2, Muvi Chilungamo wants to give the medal, want to award the medals to several people in Malawi. We want to give the country's highest medal to the sons of Malawi. To begin with, we are giving the medal, an award, which is called Order of the Lion of Malawi, to Alhaji Siddiq Mia and his wife Abida Mia for being a great son of Malawi who put the country first before his own personal needs. So from now on, Alhaji Siddiq Mia, you are one of the heroes of our country, and wherever you are now OLM. You got an award of honor, Order of the Lion of Malawi. Secondly, we give the award to Vice President Saul Chilima and his wife Mary Chilima. They are another grand eagle, Order of the Lion of Malawi, for your resilience, for your humble leadership, and for your selflessness to allow Malawi to be rebuilt again. On this, you are given this Order of the Lion of Malawi, OLM. Number 3, we bestow and award this order again, the honor of the Grand Eagle of the Order of the Lion of Malawi, to Mr. Michael Usi and his wife. 3 of you have distinguished to our nation, to the future generation, that leadership is about one person. Leadership is about service. Leadership is not about egocentricity, but servant. Because of this, we know by now there's no government that can bestow these orders. And we don't want the new government that is coming to bestow these orders because it will be like it's biased. But Muvi Chilungamo, being a neutral organization, being a neutral movement that does not talk lies or ideological, we speak the truth, realism, utopianism, we give you these orders today. As for Mr. Siddiq Mia and your wife, it was going to be impossible if you had the characters of the character of where we're coming from. From here, it has shown that you are a true servant of the people and you count the country first before your personal interests. For you, the Vice President, it was a tough decision for you to make, to allow someone to come on top of you. You could say, according to the popular support that is there, you could say, no, I want to stand myself. But you humbled yourself, and this shows that you are a hero of our country. This is why we give you this order, the Grand Eagle Order, Order of the Lion of Malawi. Mr. Michael Us, you couldn't just accept that, but you did, looking at the country, meaning that you serve the country more than your personal interest. Because of this, Muvi Chilungamo give you the order, the Grand Order of the Lion of Malawi, OLM. From today, whenever you sign your names, wherever you sign, you must put at the end OLM. This is the order, the highest order of our country for what you have distinguished, for what you have displayed, for what you have shown to this country. We give you respect and we honor you. Thank you very much. Malawi is going to be liberated. It's going to be free. It's going to be unshackled and see what it never dreamed of because of your hearts and selflessness and patriotism. From today, If anyone addresses you or you're addressing yourself, put the name OLM at the end. C, we watched and observed what happened at the Mount Sorge Hotel today when Malawi Electoral Commission was receiving nomination papers. Muvi Chilungamo has this to say. Mrs. Jane Ansah, Malawi Electoral Commission, and the government of DPP, you are shameful people. You are shameful people. COVID-19, the policy of COVID-19 of social distance applies to each and every citizen. Because this disease does not discriminate. Anyone, any Malawian can catch this disease. But the action you made today by boycotting presentation or reception of the papers because you wanted to apply or adhere to social distance, you have shown that you are shameful people, because it explained that you are biased. You didn't like the people that were presenting their papers today. You will favor the party that is coming tomorrow to present their papers. Now our question is, we don't need to question because we know tomorrow there will be no social distance. Tomorrow there will be no any sign of health precautions against this coronavirus. So what you show today is not about social distance, it's not about corona, but you have shown the character that you hate the MCP and UTM alliance. Therefore, we want to tell you that if this is the attitude that you have started showing, if this is the behavior that you are showing, we still believe and we still order that you are not capable to run these elections. You will rather do the best thing. You will rather be so human enough to step down and let a new electoral commission run these elections. Because these elections is a watershed and a litmus test for our democracy and rule of law in Malawi. But what we show today, despite people giving themselves that social distance, you still boycotted coming in because you wanted only 20 people in, something that you will not do. We are saying so that you will not do tomorrow because already DPP party, wherever